So Sarah, who thank God has her pronouns in her bio because God knows what we would call someone named Sarah.
Still not understanding pronouns, I see, and now we're addressing something called woke profiles? Have y'all ever heard of a thing like this? Hey, this is about to be a lot of fun. Woke dating profiles. Have y'all heard of a thing like this? Or do right-wingers just put the word woke in front of anything that they see different or as progression? Remember, friends, these people don't like progression. They don't like anyone that's different. Even if you're a smidget out of their norm, they immediately demean you, shun you for the shit that you have no control over. And that's why I find it immensely weird that someone like Blaire is so popular in the right-wing community, reacting to profiles of people that are progressive and have a more pure worldview of things. Probably gonna be mocking them too. But do you see why it's weird that she's in this community? It's just bizarre. But let's not wait any further. Let's explore with Miss White and find out what woke profiles are.
So Clay, who is 30, wrote about himself. Communist. No, I would have never guessed by the appearance. Anti-imperialist, non-binary, and bi. Isn't that kind of contradictory? I mean, being bisexual denotes a binary, bi. So you're non-binary, but you're bisexual. Like, do you know what words mean?
Instead of asking that, why don't you ask yourself what the difference between sex and gender is? Because you apparently have no clue what it means. Nor do you even know that there's a difference, a vast difference between gender and sex. All right, let me break it down for you. Non-binary, gender feeling. Bisexual, sexuality. Am I getting through to you at all?
Mentally ill in a hot way. Wait, if you're mentally ill, why are you working with mentally ill people? That's like the blind leading the blind. I don't think you should have that job.
Blaire, sweetheart, you're probably unaware, but a lot of therapists need therapy themselves. And a lot of therapists having to deal with mental health issues themselves would probably understand their patients on a more personal level. Yeah, I know. Logic. It's hard.
So Sarah, who thank God has her pronouns in her bio because God knows what we would call someone named Sarah.
That was supposed to be hilarious, right? Right? Maybe there's a Sarah out there that doesn't identify as she, her. That's why those options are there. Why do pronouns bother you people so much? Aren't y'all embarrassed milking this dry-ass cow to death?
But you know, this is what CNN tells people should be their entire personality. So when you're an NPC and you don't have a brain for yourself, it's like, this is all your Tinder bio is going to consist of.
Yeah, normal people are NPCs, but right-wingers are the protagonists in this capitalistic hellscape that we're living in. We're the NPCs? That's a non-player character, by the way, for anyone that didn't know. I love how rational, logical people are NPCs. But y'all get mad when we call out on your side that are still supporting an insurrectionist that started a conspiracy theory. But leftists are NPCs.
Ab, who has her pronouns in her picture here, says she, her, 3 times vaccinated. Anti-capitalist, and yet you literally started this bio with a free advertisement for Pfizer, but that's, you know, that's okay.
I guess you still haven't gotten vaccinated? Of course you haven't. And just because we don't support your capitalistic healthcare in this country, if you want to call it healthcare, doesn't mean we don't support scientists. Pfizer are nothing but a bunch of capitalists trying to make a buck off of the public. And let me tell you, they made a buck off of the public during this pandemic. Scientists can also be scumbags. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna follow the science, because remember, Blaire, science doesn't care if you believe in it or not. It's still a fact.
Kayla says liberal BX, misogyny makes me uncomfy, guacamole, pescatarian, the office jokes, black people are the best, quote me, no such thing as straightness. What kind of planet do these crazy just live on? I like material things because capitalism, and she put her Cash App. I like how it always comes down to that, like, just say you a hoe, girl. Like if this was me and I was using a dating app to advertise my Cash App and just get money from dudes, I would literally just say, I'm a hoe, please give me money. Because at least that's honest, you know?
No the f you wouldn't, Blaire. You have too many f***ing high standards. You'd never express yourself as a hoe on the internet. So stop putting other women down for doing things that you want to do so badly, but you can't because you come off like a hoe, right?
Don't grasp the concept that this country is on stolen land and Black Lives Matter. Challenge for Miss Amber, good luck finding any country that isn't on stolen land. That's kind of how countries came to be, like all of them. But you know, don't let history get in the way of your annoying Tinder bio.
Oh, sweetheart, you're completely missing the point when leftists call out your little disgusting country for not calling out its ugly past. Historian here, and I'm gonna be the first one to say that you're right. Yes, other countries have pasts too. The difference between those other countries and the United States is the fact that those other countries acknowledge that they have a past. They acknowledge that they f***ed up. They understand that. Like Germany, for example. The Germans, let me tell you, man, I've lived there for 10 years of my life, and the Germans are super apologetic. They know that they f***ed up. They are super self-aware of the shit that they did. So guess what they did to shine light on the past that they created? Throughout many German cities, they have placed these silver and golden plaques known as Stolpersteine, or stumbling stones in German, to make buildings known where Jewish, Romano, and other people lived and what concentration camp they were taken to be unalived. And that's just one example of one country acknowledging the dog past that they had. The United States still has not accepted the fact that they came here, stole land from indigenous people, almost exterminated them, had free labor from black people, Latinos, and Hispanics for over 300 years, and used Chinese people for free labor to build railroads that we still use today. And they still haven't said sorry. They did, however, put up statues of their, quote, heroic patriots that fought for their freedom. That's why we call out this country, but you wouldn't know that.
Hoping to make friends and explore my queerness. That just sounds gross. I'm a witchy, crafty mama to a little fella. That kid ain't got a chance. This kid is starting with every disadvantage in the world if this is their mother, just saying. Vaccinated and anti-capitalist, gay flag. Again, it's like, this is like, they don't have personalities. Like, do you have a job? Do you go to school?
Having a job and going to school aren't personality traits, Blaire. And you just read through her profile breakdown. That is her personality. Be it this girl's personality is definitely different with the whole baby queer, baby poly thing. And I'm not kink shaming at all. I literally have no room to speak. It's just the baby thing. I don't know, man. I used to work with a guy that wore diapers and like literally pooped in them and went to the bathroom to change his diaper, and I get it, but I don't at the same time. It's, hey, look, not kink shaming at all. Do you, boo-boo. Just not my cup of tea.
Maya, 21, says, hello, I'm bi and ace demi. What? I don't know what ace or demi means.
You don't know what demi means? Hey, well, as someone that's demisexual, let me explain. Demisexual means that you cannot be sexually attracted nor have sexual intercourse with a person or a partner until you get to know them on a much personal level, a much deeper level, a pure connection between two human beings. That's demisexual.
Reality hacker, pagan, stereotypical SJW, probably. Yeah, you think? I mean, honestly, you're not the stereotypical SJW. I feel like the stereotypical SJW is just gonna be in here writing like, don't swipe right if you're racist. It's like you're collecting as many nonsensical words as possible and constructing like an alternate reality. I've never felt more disconnected from like a huge segment of the population until reading this. I really underestimate how rarely I ever interact with these types of people in real life. It's actually almost never. And it's like, they have their own language.
I find it priceless when right-wingers say that leftists and liberals are having their own language and living in this whole little fantasy world. When we're here on the left doing the exact same thing to y'all. The only difference is leftism is normality. Right-wing mentality today is just Nazism and fascism intertwined. And I mean that literally. People like Blaire yell Antifa, which means anti-fascist, by the way. But get mad when we call them out on their bigotry, racism, misogyny, transphobia, etc. Projecting much? See, I'm like Blaire. I don't hang out with right-wingers, just like she doesn't hang out with these people, or leftists and liberals. I've actually cut out most right-wing Republicans out of my life, and let me tell you, man, my life is much better without them in it. They just don't live to my standard of life, and if your standard is control and bigotry, then I don't want you in my life. But if you're enjoying the video so far, my friends, please turn that thumb blue. Let's spread this video to more leftists. For some reason, this platform, YouTube, is saturated with right-wingers. Hit the thumbs up. Let's get it to more liberals and leftists. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, my friends. Let's try and get this baby to 200 likes. I know that we can do it. Let's go.
So Joy is in a lesbian section, is what you need to know. And I'm blurring out faces on this because I do feel like it's a little unfair to show their faces. You know, I know that Tinder and dating apps are still like public, but it's also like, I don't know, it's not like Twitter or Instagram, like they're there to date. But so I feel a little bad showing their face. But what I will say is this is not a woman or even a trans woman. This is just a dude in the lesbian section. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Did you see the bigotry unlocking in her eyes? I mean, it took a minute to reach the surface, but damn, that shit came out hard. That bigotry shot right past my face. But seriously, was that necessary?
So here's another one in the lesbian section. They have listed themselves as a woman. There is not one small aspect of this person's presentation that is a woman. Like, honestly, I feel like lesbians get the real short end of the stick when it comes to woke ideology. It's like, this is what the result is for them. It's like whole entire men up in the lesbian section, and they're just allowed to be.
Of course they're allowed to be. Apps like Tinder and OkCupid understand and acknowledge the fact that people identify as different things. They respect that. Do you know that word? Respect? Just because this person doesn't look like a woman to your standards doesn't mean that this person doesn't identify as that gender. Like, if anyone would know this, wouldn't it be you, Blaire?
So this is a lovely woman in a communist dress taking a photo with a iPhone. Oh my God, I just hate capitalism. You look stupid.
So do you. Like, did you really miss the oxymoron here? And I don't think the girl in the picture even meant to do that. A Soviet dress and an iPhone. Remarkable. So, what did we learn from woke dating profiles? Nothing. Not a thing. I saw some people expressing their true selves and Blaire demeaning them, putting them down, making them feel bad about themselves. You know, the right-wing standard. These people amaze me every single day. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of these woke dating profiles. If you need more Republicans say the darndest things, then please check out that next video right here. And if you can, my friends, please support the channel on Patreon. That would mean the world to me. I will leave those links as always right here and in the description below. I hope to see you there. Get early access to every single one of my videos, private lives, private podcasts, and much more. Subscribe for weekly leftist videos, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys later.